guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another update to my Project 10 Uses Project Plan series. So in today's video we are basically going to be doing the next update. We have some good progress, a good amount of rollouts, and I'm very excited to share them all with you guys. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. If you guys don't know, this is a project that is kind of linked to my whole collection roulette, basically more so focused on getting good use out of all of my products rather than panning and stuff, so getting good use out of everything from my collection. So I randomly generate a certain number of products each month to use 10 times, and then I'll roll other things in. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy, and normally you have a good amount of rollouts because 10 uses is pretty easy. So yeah, let's just get into the progress. So first things first, I'm just going to chat about the products staying in this month. So this first product has been in here for a while, and that is my Pony Effect Everlasting Cushion Foundation. I believe that's what it's called, and this is just what it looks like. It is a regular cushion foundation. This just isn't my favourite foundation, probably my least favourite out of all the ones I have here with me. I've used this one 3 times this month for 5 uses total, so we've still got a few more uses to go to hit our goal, but hopefully we can in the next month. I think we should be able to, but just it's not been one that I'm kind of choosing to reach for, not really wanting to reach for, hence why we've got a little bit less progress here, sadly. Then we have one that I've actually been really enjoying using this month. I'm actually using today, and that is this little mini Kaja bento stack. This is the Cutie Bento in the shade Watermelon, Juicy Watermelon, and I've used this one 4 times this month for 4 uses total. This is a cream blush, and it's really pretty. It looks very vibrant and red, but on the cheeks it blends out gorgeously, and I'm loving using this because I don't think I'd ever used this shade before because I was a little bit intimidated by it, because it is just so dark, but you can see some good marks in there out of use, and yeah, 4 times this month, 4 uses total. I definitely think we can hit the 6 uses next month. And then lastly, we have one of my 2 palettes that I have in here. I have 2 palettes in here every time in a kind of no pan behind style, where I basically have to use every shade in that palette. So the one palette we have staying in is my Natasha Nona Metropolis. This is probably expected because there are so many shades in here and I obviously have to use every shade once. I have only used this palette for 2 looks, including one today on my eyes, and I have loved them both. This is a gorgeous palette, but just I have not been able to reach for it too much. So instead of talking about all the shades I haven't used, I'm just going to talk about the ones I have. So I've used this shade, this one, and then this one here, this one down here. I've also used this one here and this one here, and these 2 down here, as well as this one here and this one here, I believe. So we've had a medium amount of progress. I would say the names, but they've got all really weird names that I can't pronounce, and the sheet is like really difficult to flip down, so you just got to do the pointing. I'm sorry, but I think hopefully maybe in the next 2 months we can roll this one out. I don't think I'll have it all done by next month, unfortunately, but overall I'm very happy with having this one rolled in. It's really fun to play around with. So now for products that are going to be rolling out. Firstly, we have my Glossier Future Dew Primer. This is like an oil serum hybrid, but this oils are really nice to use. I don't know how well you can see, but we are now up to here, and it was kind of full at the start, so we've used a little bit of product, which is actually quite nice. This is super moisturizing, definitely very oily, but it doesn't break up makeup or anything. I used this one 9 times this month for 10 uses total. I actually enjoyed it quite a lot, so I was very happy to have this one in, but now I'm kind of moving on to other primers. Then we had the shade from my ABH Sugar Glow Kit. It was just the first shade Marshmallow that was rolled in here, this one just here, and we used this one 10 times for 10 uses total again this month. You can see some really good brush marks in there, but nowhere near pan in any of these. Maybe this one that was in a project, but you can see they are super deep, so not anywhere near pan in those ones. Then we had my lip gloss from Fenty Beauty. This was in the shade Ruby Milk, and I used this one 10 times this month for 10 uses total. This is a really pretty lip gloss, so this was quite easy for me and I did enjoy using it. It definitely looks a lot more vibrant in the tube than it is on the lip. It's definitely kind of more subtle, but obviously you can apply more and get more colour build up, obviously. But yeah, overall I did enjoy using this one. And then lastly we have the Sigma Ambiance palette, which was my last of the palettes in here for No Pan Left Behind, and I did use all of these shades once, and I believe I used a burnish down here twice. I didn't have to, of course, but I just felt like it went well with the look. Okay, sorry if the angle changed slightly. I had to delete a bunch of stuff to make space on my memory card, but I was just talking about the shade Burnish in this palette, which I did use twice. Obviously didn't have to, but I just felt the look kind of called for it and it looked really nice. So yeah, I created some really gorgeous neutral looks with this, and I was very happy to get to play around with it. So now is the most exciting part, I think personally, and that is going to be rolling the new bits in. So I this month I'm going to be rolling in another lip gloss. Obviously I'm not going to be rolling in another primer because I'm kind of focusing in on panning a specific primer, and I think I'm going to pan it in a project pan next year, so I do just want to get a little bit of a head start and work on that one. And I probably won't roll in another highlighter just because I am working on 2 in my whole collection roulette, so a little bit lower on the roll-ins today, but a lip gloss, a new eyeshadow palette, and I actually want to roll in one of my Made by Mitchell blushes just because I've got a whole bunch of new ones. I got like 6 new ones in a set on TikTok for like £11, which was so good for 6 of them, but I do just want to get some good use out of those, so I think that's going to be my goal. Oh, I'll also roll in a concealer actually because I am not working on any of those right now. So a concealer, a blush, a lip gloss and a palette. So I'm going to pull up the Pretty Random app, and then for concealer it is number 9 through to number 13. I don't actually have too many in my collection right now, which is obviously always good. So randomly generating a number now. We have number 13, which is going to be my e.l.f. Flawless Eye Brightening Concealer, I believe it's called. So this is the concealer here. It's the Flawless Brightening Concealer from e.l.f. This is just what it looks like. It is in the shade Fair 10C, and it's just ones with like the brush tip that you can kind of like click upwards. So yeah, this is not super new to me, but I haven't used it all too much, so I'm very excited to have this one rolled in for 10 uses. I think it'll be super fun. So now for one of my blushes in my little spreadsheet. My blushes go from number 19 all the way down to 27, which is definitely a lot, so I probably should stop buying those, but sometimes I see them on TikTok Shop for such a good deal I literally cannot resist. But from number 19 to 27 we are going to be generating number 23, which is my one in the shade Dahlia Details. I think that's from the new Flower Power kit I got, so I will see what that one looks like. Okay, I am very excited about this one. We've got like a light kind of corally shade, kind of like an orangey coral actually. I think this will be super fun to play with. I obviously have not used this one yet. That's like my first time even pulling it out. But yeah, this is the shade Dahlia Details, obviously, as you can see. Just checking, yeah, and that is what it looks like there, you can see. And this is the shade, very pretty and also reasonably wearable. Some of the shades are very bright. Obviously you can tone them down and everything, but I'm glad to have a reasonably wearable one, so very excited to roll that one in. And then for lip gloss we are gonna go from numbers 75 all the way down to number 93 because I have a lip gloss problem, but it is fine. We're going to randomly generate, get number 79, which is my Pat McGrath lip gloss in Flesh 6, which I believe is one of my mini ones. I'm not 100% sure, let me just check. Okay, yes, I was right, it's one of my mini ones in Flesh 6, and it is this kind of a deeper shade here, so I think this will actually be really interesting to wear on the lips. I don't normally do a darker gloss, but this looks very pretty, very autumnal, wintry, which is nice. So yeah, I'm very excited to give this one a go. I don't think I've really used many of my Pat McGrath minis. I got 3 and then I used up 1 in a project pan, so now I'm very excited to roll this one in. It looks stunning. Very dark, yes, but I think it's going to look gorgeous on the lips. And as always, these Pat McGrath glosses just smell amazing. They actually smell like birthday cake. It's delicious. And then lastly, for a palette, we are going to go from number 96 to all the way down to number 131. So randomly generating one now. We have 111, and that is going to be my Beauty Bay Opulence palette. That is very exciting. So here is my Beauty Bay Age of Opulence palette. I have not played with this in forever, and definitely very much out of my comfort zone for being at uni. I don't normally do like colourful looks, but firstly this has got some gorgeous neutrals in it anyway, and secondly I'm so excited to play with this. This is stunning, and I've really been wanting, I've said in all my Beauty Bay videos that I want to play with this one more, so I am absolutely buzzing that we have the Opulence to play with now. So just adding that onto my spreadsheet. So yeah, overall it's been a super exciting update, lots of good rollouts and roll-ins, and I'm over the moon excited to play with all of these new products. So yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the bell to join a little club, and make sure you turn on all notifications, and then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!